Either race time. We are at the Golden State Omnium. This is stage 2, which is the Criterium. Stage 1 was a 6 mile time trial. I think I got 13th place in that one. Didn't have a great day. Out and back 3 mile course. My teammates Jason Cruiser won it overall, and Sean Smith got fourth. Uh, Both, I think, and Oli and Matt Sloan also on our team did really well as well. So we had some guys that were sitting pretty well in the top 10. But unfortunately, there weren't a lot of points of the Omnium for the time trial. But this race here was worth 25 points. So we were, I was telling Matt, no more attacks, because I think we were attacking a little bit too much at the beginning of the race, and now the race is getting down to the last 15 minutes. And our goal as a team was to form a lead out train and help Sean and Jason. My job was to get them from turns 3 to 4, and then just hopefully to lead them out for the sprint, and they would get a good placing because Jason already had a 10-point lead. Um, my team is the cycle sport team there, the maroon colored, maroon and black and white. There's Oli in front of me there. He's our giant German. We were letting this gap go a little bit because both Sean and Jason were up in that break, and thought, well, okay, that's a good break, but they weren't going fast enough. So we just kind of rolled up on them. There's my friend Andre Tinthere there in the black and white. He's a local Sacramento guy. We always hang out when I come up and do this race. So now we're all kind of 7 laps to go here, so we're all forming at the front. Unfortunately, the creative blue guys had the same idea, and they did it a little bit better than we did. There's Ben Sharp from Stages. He's sitting in third place overall after the time trial. After after today, he moved up, I believe, to second place because he got up there in the sprint. So we're all trying to communicate. The goal at this point is to not let anything get away, and then lead it out for a sprint. There's Patrick Fetzer. He's my SoCal teammate on the Evo team. I do a guest ride for the Evo team when I'm down south, so it's a little awkward racing against each other. But when I'm up north, Cycle Sport is my official team because I'm a NorCal rider. So there's Scott Bromstead in front of me there. He's one of our strong sprinter, punchy dudes. Um, his job was to be my sweeper, or to be the sweeper behind Sean and Jason, I should say. I was lead out. My duties were lead out today. This is between turns 3 and 4 right here. This is my job, was to get them full gas from this straightaway to the final turn right here. And this is the final turn to the finish. There's Greg Tripoli. He's one of our riders from Boise, Idaho. I believe this is 6 laps to go. Yeah. Creative Blue had a pretty big, strong team like we did. There's Dean LaBerge, multiple national champion crit rider. Um, wasn't quite sure if they were going to be leading him or Steve Remy out. Steve Remy's the Creative Blue rider from SoCal that came up to race, and he's been winning a lot of races down south. I mean, he's on it. Honestly, he's definitely the man that I thought that they should have been working for, and as it turns out, they were. Spoiler alert, but yeah, They were definitely working for Steve. Just letting Matt know that I was on his right, so he didn't sweep my front wheel out from under me. There's Johnny Lance from Evoke and Bart Clifford from Evoke, state champ kit. There's Jason. Jason Cruiser is the leader of this race right now. He's the official leader, and so our job was to get him up there in the sprint. What we should have done at this point was we should have all kind of formed up with each other and got into a line and then moved up when we could, when we had a chance. Instead, we let Creative Blue dictate the front of the race, which, you know, they did it in a textbook style. We were as a team, it's our first real race racing together as a full team. We've raced together a few times this year, but we've always been missing guys. But this is the first time that we've had our full strength team together. Racing is always a learning experience. We've got many more races together, and we'll definitely put it together and get the right result. Omnium races are a little different because you have the overall picture, and then your tactics are going to be a little bit different. So that's why we were going to be leaning on Sean Smith and Jason Cruiser, though I just passed them on my left. So here I am with Oli, and there's Matt Sloan is on the front, and there's Scott Bromstead. So we're all kind of getting up towards the front. Bart and Mike Foley teasing each other. See, Creative Blue is just riding a steady tempo on the front, just fast enough to. I think this is where they start to really pull themselves together here. They're riding just hard enough to keep the pace steady and fast, but they're not killing themselves. Okay. Yeah, I want to get in front of Jason here if I think I move in front of him. Yeah, let's slide in front of him here. I'm telling Jason to get up in front. He just wants to be up. He didn't want to get swallowed, so that's why he was moving toward the front. But I want him to keep his powder dry as much as possible. So I'll do the wind braking, pacemaking for him. I pretty much stay put right here for the rest of the race, and kind of hoping the guys would come up around me. There's Mike Foley. He's there with me. But I don't want to let myself get too far back because I know that Jason and Sean are right on my wheels. So worst case scenario, if Creative Blue does a full gas lead out, then we're still in the right spot. But guys are still kind of starting to come around us. There's Ben Sharp. He's definitely very vigilant and riding in the front. 2 to go. 3 to go. Sorry, 3 laps to go here. So we still got some. Wasn't panicking at this point because we're still pretty much towards the front. Uh, on this course on the backside with the headwind, I felt like we could have moved up anytime we wanted. But I really needed to get my guys in front of me at this point because we're a little too far back. We were wanting to take the lead of the race with 3 laps to go, so. There's Jason Grofrath in front of me. He's in second place overall in Omnium because he got second in the time trial. So he was definitely riding very strong and trying to get a good placing. Did a few attacks, but with the 2 strong teams, nothing was really going to get away. There's Jerome Nadel in front of me. He won the 60 plus earlier in the day, but I think he was, well, he's supposed to be working for Jason, but it looks like he's not. It looks like he's trying to race for himself. Yeah, ding dong. He should be shepherding Jason in a good spot to get him up there for points. But I'm not on Thirsty Bear, so I can't tell him what to do. So 2 laps to go. Kind of looking around. I want to make sure that Jason and Sean are with me. Yeah.
He's good, he's good. We got it. We're going to take over in a minute.
You're gonna take. I said we're gonna take over in a minute. Yeah, that never happens. Well, you know, it was the thought that counts. But not sure what we did here. We'll try to talk about it and try to do better in the next race. That's all you can do.
Let's let him catch up.
Yeah, I think there was a little split behind us. The front guys were going pretty fast, and there was a little split, so we're waiting for Sean and Jason to catch up. So I'm moving up on the side here. Creative Blue feels is going. I said hi. Say hey, Steve. The Creative Blue feels is coming up, so we're trying to control it a little bit, which is, you know, it's understandable. They did a pretty good job of protecting their lead out. I mean, if I was sprinting for myself, this would be a really good spot to be. But that wasn't the team plan. I didn't do a good time trial, you know. I need to earn my spot and have them work for me. And I just wasn't fast enough yesterday. So here we are in Bell Lap. So Scott's on the right, and I was kind of hoping he'd be on the left, so that does us absolutely no good. This is where we kind of lost it. But I do have Jason and Sean right behind me, so all isn't lost yet. So what I want to do is just kind of let Creative Blue do their lead out, because I don't have my guys in front of me, so the next best thing is to use their lead out. So I'm on Dean LaBerge's wheel. He's on Steve Remy's wheel. I wasn't sure who their sprinter was going to be. So there's Patrick. Patrick kind of got in my way a little bit. I know that he was up working for Bart, which is understandable. But I had a job to do, and my job was to get my guys into turn 4. And my plan was, as soon as we took this turn up here, see, there's Scott on the front just flogging himself, so that actually helped keep it strung out, so that definitely helped. But so I'm on Steve's wheel, and guys are just, yeah, see, this guy comes around me. And now I'm completely boxed. I got Bart on my right, I got this guy on my left, and now I punch it, and I get right up on Steve's wheel, and I'm just hoping that Jason and Sean are right there. That's all I can do, you know? So, and I didn't want to take points from them, so I sat up and let them go by. So Sean gets 6th, and Jason gets 8th, I think. There goes Jason, so. Not exactly the plan we wanted, but we still had a great time. Fun race. Looking forward to tomorrow.
The blue leading out the last 3 laps did their job.